All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rare Spirit Society live stream. We are right now uh, starting the day, right, with Luigi and Philip. Excited to be here on our Q&A. And this seminar or these presentations are very good if you have any questions as we explain what is the concept of rare spirit. So at the end, this is your opportunity to go with any questions or our Q&A. All right. Really quickly, if you're joining us for the first time and you are seeing us right now on Savvy, we do recommend that you go to, you'll see it down there, to zavvy.co. But to the right, you will see that we have a chat where we already have Alexander saying, hello, rum lovers. Excellent. And then you can ask any questions there or write any comments. We'll be seeing them. If it gets too busy, we certainly will have on the bottom area, there's a place that you can ask questions, and we'll go through those questions as well. But all right, let's go.
Let's go. Hello.
All right. So first of all, welcome to Rare Spirit Society. This is Rare Rum Barrels, and let me clarify. It's where rare rum barrels and rare human minds get together. We are basically, if you want to analyze this, we're like a cocktail, right? We're 1 ounce exploration spirits, 2 ounce rare rum, 3 ounce society, and of course, a dash of Web3. I'm going to really quickly bring you on to Luigi, who's basically give us a high-level idea of what Rare Spirit Society is and show us and talk about the team.
So welcome to Rare Spirit Society, my friends. We're a society of Web3 spirits aficionados venturing on an exciting exploration of the world of rum to build together the finest collection of rare rum barrels the world has ever seen. So as Fede was mentioning at the beginning, rare rum barrels and rare human minds. So basically, we have this group of rare human minds that will be collecting together the best collection or the finest collection of rare rum barrels in the world. And we have in the team, to make that happen, we have an amazing team. Can you switch, Fede,
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's go. Slide number 4.
So yes, in the rare team, we have Antonio, which unfortunately couldn't make it because he's at the Poland Rum Festival. And yeah, he's the co-founder of Samai and the co-founder of Rare Spirits. So he has many years of experience in the rum industry. We also have Philip Gillier. Hello, Philip. Philip is an exporter and importer of rum in Europe, and he is basically here to help us source barrels and shipping them, and also when we're going to ship bottles to our members, he will be handling that. I'm Luigi. I'm also a co-founder of the project, and I'm a creative director in the project. I'm an artist as well, so I'm bringing more of that creative flavor to Rare Spirits. We also have Fede Hernandez, our host, and Fede is actually one of 50 Romeliers in the US. Actually, Fede, right?
Yeah.
So he's an expert basically in rum, and he's also the owner of the Rum Lab and of many conferences, rum conferences in the US. We also have Joaquin. He's also a co-founder, and Joaquin has had a long entrepreneurial career. He has had many exits from many companies, and he's helping us have a structure in Rare Spirit Society and also in the marketing side. And we also have Valentin X, who's our blockchain engineer. He helped us, he's not in the call, but he helped us create the smart contract. And we actually just released June 1st, because we went live June 1st, so we are live. And thanks for everyone to be here. I pass the mic
Myself.
to Fede.
All right. So why is this so important, right? Or we recently another article just came out by base that says is rum gonna be the next big investment, right? And we do think it is, right? It's about where do you what trends are happening and what are we seeing in the short run and in the long run. And rum for sure is a revolution, and it's just the beginning. I think rum is one of those spirits that has become one of the leading spirits in the world. Then it plateaus a little bit, then keeps increasing, and it's one of those brands that's just gonna stay there. And but one of the sexy things that's happening in the rum industry is that we're finding so many unique things because rum grows entirely around the equator. So and not rum. Rum doesn't grow. Sugarcane grows around the equator, and wherever you have sugarcane, you can have basically production of rum because rum is one of the byproducts, or it's part of the process of sugarcane. That being said, when we are looking for different things, we're finding those gems. We're looking for those things that are unique. And that is something that's happening in the rum industry. We're seeing that rum was dominated in a beautiful way from places from the Caribbean. But now we're seeing as more rum continues to be found in Mauritius, Fiji, Cambodia, and all around the world, the Philippines. And that's something that this is part of this, like we're finding those unique rums that are going to be a collector's item. We have 4 ways to see it. We're like, okay, let's find places around the world that are very exotic or cool, or that we know that make amazing rum. There's the liquid type. Is it a column still, pot still? Is it agricole? Is it a heavy, a light, high ester, a blended? And then you have different types of aging processes, right? Which is like, this is a single cask, which is aged on X bourbon or X French oak, or a barrel that had Pedro Jimenez. So it's just like, it's just becoming so exotic and so unique, and which is something that we're looking for as we're finding these gems. And of course, where is it aged? Is it being aged at the same location? Is it going transcontinental? It's so all these things make unique things that happen in the world of rum that do not happen in other spirits. So I'm gonna give a little bit of idea. I'm gonna pass on to Philippe, who can explain a little bit about the 360 cycle.
Absolutely. Thank you, Fede. Thank you, Luigi. Good evening, everybody. My name is Philip. In the same way Luigi told you, I've been falling in love with rum for about 10 years, and now working with this beautiful team onto sourcing little gems that we'll find and be able to share with all of you, hopefully. So basically, I think the first principle is quite easy to understand. Value of rum goes up as the rum will be aging. So basically, the idea would be to go and buy unaged rum along towards some high quality rum producers that will be working with into aging into their premises the rum, and that everybody that will be owning kind of a little small piece of that barrel as the rum would be aging, their stake would be growing alongside the membership value that will be increasing. So the whole idea here is that the membership value will be increasing with the time as the rum is going to be aging and taking value in time. So I think this is a first idea, quite easy to understand within the project, and of course we will be answering any questions if there are any. So this is to understand the value of the membership increasing. Now we will be building up some other interesting, valuable, let's say, advantages for all of the members that we'll be seeing Fede onto the next slide. I've been trying to hook you up with the next slide, Fede. But beautiful, the utility. So basically, one of the main ideas here is, of course, all of us are going to be members of that Rare Spirit Society, meaning that all of us will be co-owners of a rare rum collection, which we're aiming at making as special as possible, making as unique as possible, meaning that you, me, them, everybody would be able to access a very special collection of rare rums and take part ownership. When we speak of ownership of rum barrels or any kind of spirit, as a matter of fact, a lot of the time the only way to access that is either to be in a great contact with producers, which at some point it could be very expensive on one side, and the other side is not. There's not an access for thousands of people to have this kind of access to producers and to ask them to buy a barrel for yourselves. But the other side is to say that there are big finance and, let's say, investment funds that are today that exist and that are very expensive to access. So this is one of the ideas. Is the first thing is to give ownership to anybody who would be interested and who would like to take the opportunity to invest into rum without having a fee of $100K to invest into an investment fund, which is a lot of the time kind of the minimum investment required for doing a added value operation onto 5 or 7 years. I get in, I put down $100,000. I eventually get a return on investment after 5, 7 years, and we get that return on investment and we close it. There's something very impersonal about that. It's about money coming in and money eventually coming out. We're speaking here of taking part in selecting rums and creating a community in which we will be co-owners of a rare spirits collection. Another great utility we can think of mentioning this membership is going to be the immersive trips to rum producing regions. So what we're speaking of is, obviously, we will be having a team in which we will be acting very much and very actively looking for rum barrels. At some point, whenever there's a great opportunity, we will be bringing a whole bunch of people with us. So this is one of the things you need to bear in mind, is that this gives also access to members to unforgivable trips, rum trips, to take part to alongside the whole Rare Spirit Society. The third point, speaking of voting power, so when we speak of us going and finding some gems, it actually includes a big part of the Rare Spirit Society. At some point, we will always give the voice to the people if they are looking for or they are interested into a specific type of rum, a specific origin. If they have any crazy ideas, we're happy to hear. If there is any kind of, let's say, voting we would be needing for saying, okay, we have that budget, we can buy 10 barrels now. Which one would you prefer? Do you prefer we buy 5 and 5 from here, or do you prefer we buy 2, 2, 2, and 2 from there? So this is also something which will be always very inclusive of every member. It's not a one guy said we're going to be investing in that. We are here to accompany, and we're here to facilitate, let's say, the construction of this rum collection, which we will all be sharing. There's going to be some master classes, and it's a great educational platform. So obviously, for all of the members, one of the ideas of this community is to bring together producers, bring together salespeople, bring together bartenders, shop owners, shop operators, rum drinkers, whoever is maybe within the Web3 world, which is going to be happy to learn more about rum because they find it interesting and they find a way maybe to get some culture out of, and where they'll be able to learn things the same way that out of the rum community may be also able to learn a little bit more about a universe which, speaking for myself, is very new, the Web3, the blockchain, and everything that comes with it. So this is something where we're actually blending together two beautiful communities, a rum community and the Web3 community, in which we'll be able to learn about the product, learn about producers, learn about rum culture and heritage, alongside technicity. Technicity, wow, that's a hard word. The technicity of the Web3, and how can that help the whole rum community, and even more the rum industry, go forward in many ways. And this is another, let's say, whole part of the story that we'll be able and happy to share as well. So community and networking is one of the key. It's not only going to be about masterclasses online or IRL events. We are aiming at creating a community which is not only going to be about the digital universe. We're speaking of a community which will be able to put up Rare Spirit Society events in a partner bar in Madrid, in Paris, in Seattle, in Mexico, in Prague, etc., etc. And the idea here is to always make sure that this community is not a, let's say, a ghost to anybody. We are aiming at creating something in which we will be growing together and we will know each other, both on the digital side and also in the real life. And this is the whole point also of this community. Of course, access to unique barrels and bottlings. This is one of, let's say, probably the main point of the utility, is that we will be able to create a portfolio of rums, which will have different ways to be using once we've aged the barrels in the different places and they've taken value. Different ways of getting out of this investment and to benefit from this investment, of which we'll be also mentioning some specific bottlings, and through which we'll be able to give an exclusive access to those rums for everybody to enjoy at their home, with their friends, etc., etc. So I think this is kind of the main points for us to bear in mind when speaking of why should we join this rare rum, this Rare Spirit Society, through this rare rum collection. And I pass the mic on to the next one.
That will be me. Thanks, Philippe. And yeah, as Philippe mentioned, the goal here is to integrate two communities that we really enjoy, that we work with, and that we see lots of potential, not only because of the rum revival that Fede mentioned and everything that's going on around rum and how its value is growing, but also the benefits of these new technologies that are always standing out, new ways of organizing ourselves, new ways of creating value towards customers, brands, partnerships, members, etc. And that is, as Philippe mentioned, Web3 technology and the blockchain. And we saw there first a way to create this without many barriers and or even very low barriers of entry, if there are any. And within that is a way to organize ourselves meaningfully and easy to have memberships be very liquidable and be able to purchase at a very low price, not as Philippe mentioned it, high entry levels like investment fund, etc. And within that, it also comes a way to track our inventory and our rare rum collection. Since our main goal is to create the finest collection, we also need a way to be very traceable and track it, but do it in a way that it's transparent, do it in a way that it's easy to track from its provenance, its liquid type, its percentage of alcohol, everything that grasps that barrel and why it's unique, why it's rare. It's there, and that is our proof of barrel technology. The idea is with the technology that we are creating to track the barrels, every member will have access to what is in our collection, why is it important, why is it rare, why is it valuable. And on the same side, also brands and distilleries could use that technology in a way to track their inventory and to be more specific and easy to grasp what's in that barrel and what's happening within that barrel across time. And not also that, but also integrate that new technologies like NFCs, NFT tags to the barrels and to even bottles that we could tokenize. Tokenize for authentication. Each member would know what piece of the collection would have. If you get bottles or exclusive bottlings from our rare rums within our barrels, those can be tracked and specific to every member, and you could have have a lot of liquidity within the value that you have in your as a member in the society and within our collection. Also, I wanted to, if you move towards the where are we and what's our journey been this year? We, as Luigi mentioned, we just launched the Sugarcane, which is our first 500 membership passes. We did that 20 days ago. It's been great. We already are more than 60 members selling like with more than 150 memberships already minted. The idea is to continue that progress as we move along this year. We have a very dynamic pricing model that for those Sugarcane memberships. So right now we're in the first tier. Within the launch, we did a special price for the launch. And as we continue moving forward, the price is going to increase until we close the 500 memberships. So if you had a chance, go to rarespirits.io and subscribe to the allow list to get on board. And from that point, as we move along and increase our membership count up until the 500 members, we'll be delivering and developing this proof of barrel concept, which is the one that I just explained, not only within the technology, but also partnerships with multiple distilleries, partnerships with brands, sourcing with our great team of experts, barrels and those hidden gems to start acquiring that rare collection. We already have a few in our scope and actually talking already with a few distilleries of very interesting liquids across the globe. And as we move forward, we will develop and increase the memberships and to give access to more people. And that's where Pioneers and Crews come in. We see this as a foundation, the Sugarcane as a foundation of our project, but we also want to increase the access and involve more people, more rum enthusiasts, more spirit enthusiasts across the project. And that's where Pioneers and Crews come in, that we open memberships towards more people.
All right. Thank you, Joaquin. Well, if this is our closing, and if you have any information, any questions, well, if you want any information about Rare Spirit Society, you can see us here. You can inclusive add yourself to the allow list, which is how we are interviewing those people that are interested in joining those 500 first members, or basically our first 500 Sugarcanes, right? And then, which we only have 60 members with over 100 Sugarcanes already minted, which is really cool. And then, if anybody has any questions as well, just let us know. We'll always are here available to help, and feel free to reach out to us. I think that would be our closing for today. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much, my friends.
Thank you, Fed, for having us.
All right.
Thank you, Fed. Thank you, team. Bye bye.